Greetings and hello there, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing? Well, I can't hear your answer, so doesn't really matter. Welcome back to Let's Play Touhou 13 10 Desires Episode 4. In the last episode, we entered the mysterious mausoleum, as Yoshika Miyako called it, and now we are seemingly in some underground catacombs. And the scenery down here appears to be unlike anything of the world above. Well, if you want to hear my opinion, we do know that the divine spirits are apparently gathering down here, almost as if some mysterious force was pulling them towards the depths of the cavern. But, you know, in all honesty, I would not be surprised one bit if some kind of dark entity is waiting within the core of the mausoleum, attempting to control the divine spirits for some sort of evil purpose. I mean, seriously, this is Gensokyo, the world of magic, and this is already the 13th game in the series. Gensokyo had been threatened in the past already by all kinds of yokai, ghosts, demons, vampires, even freaking beings from outer space, oh, and let's not forget gods, and etc, etc, etc. It would really be nothing new. Still though, maybe I am completely wrong. Maybe this mausoleum holds an old, forgotten secret that nobody knows anything about. Maybe it isn't just a dark and evil entity, who knows? Well, you know what they say, nothing ventured, nothing gained, and we will only find out more if we get down to business and continue the journey. So, let us head into this old and seemingly forgotten mausoleum and see what we can discover. Oh hey, look, somebody is down here, and oh my god, she appears to be hostile. I knew it! Bring it on, evil entity! Haha, is that all you have to offer? Here, eat my spirit! Oh, come on, don't run away! Oh, great. Aha, what do my eyes spot here? A very important looking door, man. And here I thought this magical corridor would never end. Oh well. In any case, Rimu has by now concluded that there is no question about it. This right here is where the divine spirits are certainly gathering. Oh, and things get even better. It seems like that entity from before is back for more. Great, now we can finish the job. Well, alright. In all seriousness, it's not going to be that easy. However, I am warning you right now, ladies and gentlemen, there is a ton of exposition and dialogue going on between these two, and you better be ready for a long listening session. So, I am very sure that most of you are curious as to who this new mysterious being is we just encountered. Well, ladies and gentlemen, meet Seiga Kaku, a hermit, which is kind of a celestial magician. And now, I hope you are all ready, because we are going to take a rather deep look into Seiga Kaku's life. It is rather important and interesting, and I am sure you will not regret it. So, please take a listen. A very long time ago, Seiga was an ordinary human. At a young age, her father abandoned her to shut himself off in the mountains and study special kinds of teachings. Eventually, after reading some of her father's books, Seiga became interested in those teachings as well, and slowly started to study them so that she could one day become a hermit. But as the young girl grew older, she was able to marry into a family. This was not necessarily bad. Her new life allowed her to exist without restrictions on her freedom, but she was unable to continue her studies on the secret arts known as Taoism. Because she was unable to throw away her aspirations towards it, she spent every day depressed, became partially shut in, and never conversed with anyone again. Ultimately, after 8 more years had passed, Seiga was forced to make an important decision, and she decided to devote her life to Taoism and said her goodbyes to her family. They, of course, thought it was odd. Why would the young girl all of a sudden say goodbye? But one day, Seiga did not wake up again in the morning, and her eyes would remain closed forever. In the end, a great sadness cast itself over her family, and they buried Seiga's lifeless body. However, of course, she wasn't dead. She had simply used a magical technique she'd read about to make a bamboo rod take the form of a human body, making her appear to be dead. And with that success, Seiga cast away her worldly life and ran to join the world of hermits she'd so yearned for. And following the years of this important decision, Seiga learned to use special kinds of techniques and make special kinds of elixirs to make herself stronger, allow herself to walk through walls even, and maintain her youth. And the most surprising thing about it all of this happened 1,400 years ago. Alright, and there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, Seiga Kaku's backstory. So, now all of you will be wondering, why the hell is she here? What brought her here? What are her goals? What is her motivation? Well, let us see what she has to say. Miss Kaku begins the conversation and starts to talk about that Rimu was certainly quick to get here, and that it was also most certainly not nice of us to beat up her cute underling. Of course, Rimu quickly figures that Seiga must be talking about Yoshika Miyako, and concludes that she must also be able to manipulate corpses. She then proceeds to ask what exactly Seiga is doing down here, what she is planning, how she is involved with the divine spirits, and why she left that, in her words, ill-bred and pointless guard back on the surface. Miss Kaku then seemingly feels a little bit offended by these words and proceeds to show Reimu just how useful a zombie can be. Wait, what? Ah, oh my god, no, not her, no, oh my god, she is back, not Yoshika. God damn it, I hated that zombie, and now she's back. Isn't that lovely? Yes, indeed, Miss Kaku here says that the point of her being a god is certainly her eternal life and undyingness. And of course, Reimu is not too happy about the upcoming 2-on-1. Sega then finally finishes her long dialogue by, of course, challenging Reimu to a duel, and also giving away that all the divine spirits are apparently being absorbed by a certain someone within the tomb. Well, isn't that delightful? Somebody within the tomb is absorbing all the divine spirits? Well, that certainly sounds like the disturbance among the spirits is the work of someone with evil intentions. And while I know nothing about that person, I certainly know that Miss Sega here appears to be evil. I don't know why she is here. I feel sorry for her that she had such a tragic past, but I cannot allow her to continue whatever she is doing. And since she was brave enough to challenge us, let us take care of this threat once and for all, right here and now. How's that? Glorious, colorful judgment of the holy light compels thee, evil one. So, who's on top of the game now? Yoshika is seemingly gone for good, and Seiga, despite not appearing to be injured at all, has certainly used up most of her powers, and guess what? She is now willing to tell us a lot of exposition about what is going on in this place. Well, I certainly hope that you are all ready for exposition time number 2 of this episode. Here we go. Miss Kaku starts the conversation by telling us that she is immensely impressed by the powers of Gensokya's primary shrine maiden, questioning how it was possible that she could have been hurt after taking a variety of magical elixirs which enhanced her strength and defenses. But Rimu, understandably, is only interested in yelling at Seiga, telling her to stop the abnormal behavior of the divine spirits at once, to which the blue-haired magician replies that she has apparently nothing to do with them whatsoever, something that our heroine here obviously does not believe. Miss Kaku, however, continues to defend herself, explaining that the spirits are apparently here because a certain someone is about to be resurrected. And apparently, this certain someone has the ability to embrace many desires, to the point that even human desires in the form of divine spirits would gather around her. And from all these mysterious revelations, Rimu Hakurai simply concludes that this mysterious person must apparently be somebody who is extremely evil, and of course bad news for Gensokya. Hey, the same thing I concluded some time ago, go me. But then, a twist in the story happens. What a twist! Seiga explains that the certain someone within the tomb is not evil at all, but that the true evil had already been resurrected a while ago in the form of the owner of Myoran Temple, Byakuren Hijiri. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for backstory. Byakuren Hijiri was once a saint who helped both humans and yokai, but humans didn't really trust the person who would help yokai that much, and they eventually sealed her away, because they were simply afraid of her. In the events of Touhou 11 and 12, however, a whole bunch of Byakuren's old followers gather and plan to free their old master. In the very end, Byakuren is released and defeated even in combat by Rimu. She then decided to not overdo things, and instead of forcing her beliefs onto others, had herself build a temple to help everyone in equal kindness. And that brings us back to the present day. So, it turns out that the beings within this mausoleum, like Seiga, are actually humans, which is quite ironic, because so far in the Touhou games, yokai were always the evil ones. In any case, the beings of the mausoleum apparently despise yokai, as well as Byakuren, for she built the temple not only to protect yokai, but also because she was aware of the person sealed within the mausoleum, and built the temple to keep the seal intact. And apparently, the person within the mausoleum is a sage, who will, in Seiga's words, save the world and future by destroying all yokai. So, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the big plot revelation. This time around, in the 13th installment of the series, the yokai are actually not the evil ones, but somebody else plans to wipe them all out. Once again, what a twist. And the big question that remains now is, can we let that happen? Well, not too sure actually. Even Rimu is not too sure about it anymore, for some yokai she met on her many adventures are actually her friends. In the end, she decides to leave Seiga behind. She decides also to fight on, for she won't allow anyone with evil intentions to be resurrected. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes our journey through stage number 4. Alright, Jesus, this episode is already 20 minutes long. If I don't hurry up, I won't even be able to fit the hard mode stage on here anymore. Let me just quickly tell you a little something about the stage in terms of difficulty. The stage itself, well, once again, once you memorize everything, it's really not that hard. Seiga Kaku, well, I'd say that even she is not that hard. She's in fact less challenging than Yoshika Miyako. The only difficult thing about her really are her curving lasers. Oh, those are a pain. In any case, let us take a look at the same stage again on hard difficulty. Let us find out what the duo of Zombie and Master can actually accomplish if they really mean it. Also, once again, no bombs allowed, no spirit attack allowed, a pure survival fight to the death. Please enjoy. are done. Once again, a stage that I had to repeat quite often until I got this rather smooth run despite all the fail. But what can we conclude? It certainly is difficult. The stage is somewhat a little bit, well, not difficult but tricky, but the boss fight, oh my god, the curving and homing bullets just get worse and worse. In any case, that was stage number 4 on hard difficulty, and it is now officially done and off the list. And hey, would you look at that? 27 minutes of video so far, Jesus. This is certainly my longest episode yet, and to be honest, I think this is the longest episode I ever recorded with any of my Let's Plays. Oh well, this time it couldn't be helped, and I promise it won't happen again. Well, maybe with the final stage, I don't know. I'll try to avoid it, do not worry. But whatever. Next time on Let's Play Touhou 13, 10 Desires, we will head into the mausoleum. We made it through the corridor leading to it, and now we shall uncover the big mystery. Like always, ladies and gentlemen, I really hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please maybe like it, maybe leave a comment, you know, the usual. And when we'll be back, more Touhou 13. So, hope you have a great day. Thank you for listening and watching. Until then, until then.